I don't know about you, but lately I've been kind of burned down on anime lately. It feels like there's just so many good shows coming out and I low-key feel a little overwhelmed. Just when I thought I was about to go back to old reliable, a new anime caught my eye called Delicious in Dungeon. Never heard of it? Well, let my friend Aoi here fill you in.
Thanks, High Top. As a picky eater and a fan with good taste, I'm just tapping in for anyone left out there who still hasn't watched Delicious in Dungeon. This series has 100% of my attention, and while the reasons aren't unique, the reasons may surprise you. Alright, so it starts with this book, See Bowling Alone by Robert D. Putnam. The book explores how and why social networks in America are declining and their ripple effect on how people function together in society. And before you tell me this has nothing to do with anime, this book recommendation goes out to the niggas that watched Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe or read Naoki Urasawa's Monster. I'm not accepting rebuttal from Boruto fans at this time. Thank you. Anyway, I'm reading this book on my work commute, and I'm thinking about the shows and games that we're going to cover this year. Honestly, I can see Burnout sitting in the corner doing the sinister JoJo chuckle. High Top was nice enough to cover some helpful tips on tackling your gaming backlog, but I'm taking a different approach to what I'm watching and how I'm watching it. With the onslaught of original series produced by streaming giants competing for our attention, many are exploring new approaches in delivery. However, most content you love is served in one of two release methods: the weekly release versus the seasonal binge. Quick question for the chat. Whether you binge or watch weekly, have you considered switching it up recently? Having the option to choose how you access this type of entertainment reshaped the way the market delivers it, and that's cool. But I've realized the cost of making that choice lately. I woke up and saw that while binge watching has become a cultural norm and an expectation for content creators, there's also merit in waiting to watch some shows weekly. It's a win for everyone. I get a richer and more fulfilling experience, and you get the most authentic perspectives from me. So when Delicious in Dungeon's anime adaptation was announced, I was excited as a longtime fan of the series. Not just because Ryoko Kui's work was an incredible product inspired by Dungeons & Dragons, Lord of the Rings, The Neverending Story, and several Nintendo Fantasy RPG franchises, but because the timing meant the series would essentially be complete before the close of this first season. And with Netflix licensing it for streaming and simuldubbing worldwide weekly, this brings me back to why I'm so excited for this and other shows I'm slowing down to watch. I'm committed to not bowling alone this year. I want to talk about what I'm consuming with people who care about me and the content. So to that end, I'm probably going to skip a lot of things that ask for a lot of my time and a lot of my energy. And that's a lesson Delicious in Dungeon serves up that you don't really see coming. Laios and his party have to make some tough decisions in the name of their own sustainability. And just like in real life, some of the dangers that keep the party up at night have less to do with monsters and more to do with operating costs, taking inventory, healthcare. I swear this isn't a metaphor, but I hope people are hearing me. This channel is, yes, covering your favorite anime, games, shows, and media, but naturally, we're just hanging out with you, me, High Top, everybody, having full and rich lives and consuming the same kind of stuff at or around the same time as you. If you're watching us, I just want to say thank you. We recently hit 100 subs, and that's really cool to see. So, to close out and keep it spoiler-free, the Delicious in Dungeon anime is more than worth a watch. It's worth scheduling time to watch it with friends. Honestly, I have anxiety, so some of those episodes definitely need a week to sit. The trauma is real. If you know, you know. The show combines the promise of a rich and already completed fantasy story with a naturally diverse cast and themes that will stand the test of time, the visual blessing of Studio Trigger, and the warm, wholesome, and odd perspective Ryoko Kui's imagination lends to the philosophical pitfalls of a realistic action-adventure. And, you know, for the Boruto fans, I don't know. There's an episode with a bird lady who has boobies that jiggle. Now sit there in your corner with your plastic keys while the adults are talking.